A lot of people ask me, look, the world is so competitive. This industry is competitive. There are so many education agencies there. They are, they're good big brand, and then I don't know how to do the work. To be honest with you, all the industries, they are all competitive. They all have so many competitors. But think about this way. The market is not static, especially in the current situation. There are so many new companies launched, and there's so many companies, old companies, years companies, they vanished. Okay, so it is the market itself, it's expanding. It's for you to explore the opportunity for yourself. So before you fear, even think to start, make sure that you have the right mentality. But today we are just talking about the technical part, not about how to really start your own education agency. Okay, so I'll be covering that into my next section, including why you can actually be successful in this industry. Now, first of all, a lot of them ask, look, if I want to become student agent, I am not, I don't know whether I can recruit students. I don't know what to use them. Now, the main important thing of this kind of job is that, or this kind of career is that, when you hold one data about one student, you have everything about them. You have their background, their peers, their teachers, and their family, okay, and their extended family, and they trust you. It will be a long-term relationship. Helping them to find right school, it's actually a just starting point. We need to understand why nowadays a lot of people, young people, especially young people, want to go out. Okay, they are not happy with the situation. This is really thankful for the innovation of our website. They now can access everything, every information, streamlined, and then there will be no restriction to have the information in front of them. But they are strict by their passport, and they want to go out explore. Okay, so this is a situation not just for students to go to Western countries to study. They like to go to Western countries like US, Canada, UK. But they also students to come back to Asia countries like China, South Korea, or Japan. They want to study, they want to exchange, they want to know the difference. So there will be a lot of going on in this industry, and do not fear, even start. Okay, first of all, what qualification? So just to be very brief this section, what qualification for you in order to become student agent? There is none. Okay, there is no requirement that you have to have a bachelor degree, or you have to have a PhD, or you have to be you have to have the kind of qualification in order to advise. Okay, you don't need to become a psychology student in order to advise people about the psychology course, because you are not supposed to pass the psychology exam. You only need to pass the exam in order for you to be qualified as a education agent, and that exam is so easy. Okay, maybe later on they're gonna say, oh, got so many student agents there, let's just increase the let's just do something harder exam. But now the exam is so easy. Why? Because all the courses, it's studied online, free access. You can study on your own pace, and you'll be able to sit a mock exam, and sit exam on your own time. When you sit your exam, you have the same access to your course materials, which means you can open up 2 screens, 3 screens, get the questions down and read them and put them answers down, quick search. But of course you need to be familiar with the course and how hard it's actually to pass exam. I have to tell you, right, if you got IELTS 5, you can pretty much pass exam. And then you do need to pass exam for a specific country, look, but yeah, that's nothing to put you off, right? So today we're going to talk about what really you can the qualification required for this as a become student agent is that you just need to pass exam that organize this organization here. They from here you can have a quick look. So this is here. They offer this course to student or to participants who want to become a student agent, but you have to pass all the courses, right? So for example, let me just go to this Australia side, because I'm in Australia, so I'm really familiar with this education system. Now, this course, you can see I've already signed in. In order for you to sign in, just you just somewhere, I don't know, you go to the home page. That's somewhere you can just sign in, but I've already signed in. Let me just go back, put your name down. Okay, enter your name below and will send you sign up link. Oh, that here you go. You can sign in here, put on your email address, confirmation, then they will send an email, and then you put down your information, upload your identification. If you already, which I have already have a email set up, so you can see this course, it's really about education system. Okay, education system operate in Australia. What's this about? You do need to have understanding. Even you never been to Australia, it's fine. Okay, so we understand the wording here, right? So you don't need to become, you don't need to be in Australia, or hopefully one day, once you successfully set up your agencies, you're able to travel around the country, around the world to explore different universities. But now, in theory, you don't need to be in Australia or being in Australia in order to become a student agent for Australia universities. Okay, so the coursework, you can see that's a lot of coursework that's actually contains 4 areas. Then they have a self-assessment. Okay, and self-assessment basically it's related to the coursework, isn't it? So self-assessment 1, Unit A, Australian Qualifications Framework. Now this one, it's actually going to ask you the questions that you would already have the information in here. Same thing, self-assessment Unit B, regulations and legislation. Okay, so basically they have just 4 units. Okay, let's have a look about this qualifications framework. By itself, it means what kind of education system in Australia. Okay, clicking, that's actually really easy to read. Pure English, this says this introduces 4 elements. It's Australian life culture, education system, including the structures, range of its qualification, the different sectors, university, vet schools, INICOs, okay, and the different pathway. That's it. That's first unit. Only cover 4 modules, and we just click next. Right, here you're going to talk about Australia history, migration history, okay? Australia is a migration country. Who actually migrated initially, okay, 17th, 18th, and 19th. Now, how hard is that? You just read them all, and I suggest you don't do them, okay? Don't do them, don't read them because it's too much. What do? It's actually, you go straight to the mock exam. Okay, let's go back here. Self-assessment. Now, okay, easy, isn't it? So what you're gonna do is you open up a new, okay, I'll say that's just for not possible. Okay, yeah. So you can see what you do is really not go back to the reading. You print out this one, okay, and you try your self-assessment first, because you're gonna expect what kind of exams, what kind of question will be asked in the exam. That's always the truth in all exams in Australia and US or UK. You have to understand what kind of questions will be asked in the exam, right? So before you even start to study the course, find out first. They're going to ask you about public holiday. Okay, for public holiday, they're going to about their populations. Okay, and you don't need to remember everything. You just need, oh, which one is false then? Yeah, just pick. Study is generally considered to be which one? Okay, all the above. I'm sure this sounds like all the above. A best display progress for students through education system and AQF guideline. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Yeah, is this one? Yes. So you have to come to understand that what kind of questions will be asked in the exam, and you will be very confident. Now, this is real actual exam will be similar like this. They have a bunch of questions asked across all the 4 units. All you need to just tick the box and get it right. And you have to score 60% out of 100 in order to pass. And that's really easy, because when you actually organize the exam, you will then able to access this information at the same time. That's wonderful, isn't it? So it's like a cheat sheet. You can just do it. So the intention of this course is not about this, really try out whether you can pass or not. They want you to read through, understand the system, so you have a ground to start your own business. Now, this is really familiar. I'm really familiar with this one because I've done some of them. I just feel, oh man, just so easy. Okay, so this is for Australia. If you want to recruit students from your own country to Australian university or schools or TAFE, you need to get this one. Okay, so once you study that, you sit the exam, and they will send you the qualification thing, and they give you the agent number. Okay, then you can put your own website anywhere and just operate your business. Now, this is just for Australian qualification only, but then you want to recruit students from all over the country, to any other countries like US, Canada. Easy, that's really easy. So here, I've opened up, you can see this EATC, this is about Australia. Then we have a Canada one. I've already signed up. It's really easy to sign up. The course itself, remember, the course itself is free. Sign up is free. You only need to pay if you are ready to sit for the exam. So exam cost, it's 400 Australian dollar. Okay, so that's really cheap in order to be qualified. Wow, nowadays you can see that's so expensive. And then just want to let you know, you don't need to be in Australia to study the course. You don't need to have been in Canada in order to study the course. You don't need to have a residence in Canada or Australia in order to study the course. You can study in your own country. You can study on your own pace. Okay, as long as you read English. I would say IELTS 5 be sufficient for you to start, because the layout of this course, it's actually simple English, and they want to try to put everything in summary and then cover everything. So this is really about some students in high school. They might have access to this information as well, which is really similar. Now you can see the Canada one is quite a little bit different. That layout, that how many units they have? Okay, 5. Okay, it's about Canada overview. I think will be simple one, and history, economy and government, population, culture, geography, religions, and climate. You can see that it's a little bit different. Of course, there's different country, and they emphasize on education is so different. Have a look about this. Okay, wonderful place. Yeah. You don't need to read a lot. Let's see whether you have some exam self-assessment. Here we are. We go to the self-assessment first again. Now, because you need to expect what kind of question to be asked in the exam in order to pass. I can't remember the cost. I think it's similar for this exam. It's similar $400. Okay, so look, you can do on your own. You do your pass this one, pass that one, and then this course it's going to talk about education system, elementary and secondary. That's really useful because and for your future reference as well. Even you're working through start up your own business and then you forget something, or you can have a quick search here. It's you know, the account is yours. You can access them anytime. This is for Canada and this is for US. US, luckily we have 4, I think that's 4 modules. Oh no. US agents, they have introduction, section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so many sections. Oh, we have self-assessment. Have a look. Okay. Now, if you need help about how to pass the exam, okay, send me email. I'll tell you how to do it, because this kind of exam is really not about IELTS. You have to sit down and memorize everything and write them down. This kind of exam, it's cheat sheet, because when you sit exam, you have access to this same information. All you need to know is where you can find the information. Okay, you use Control plus finding F, then you can access this kind of information. So it's simple and easy. Okay, so I actually do 3 trainings. I just would like to you know, but before we go for the next section, the reason why become a student agent is a good way, as I just mentioned, that you have your access to the database. Once student provide, they trust you, they provide their information to you. You know their family, right? You know the brother, sister, and you know the parents and grandparents and where they live, what kind of financial situation they are, and what kind of they are doing work. Everything, you have everything. This is really crucially important because they are come here not just for study. Remember, someone come to go to the different country, they have some other needs. They might need migration. They might need to purchase a house, which is involving a real estate agent. They might need, I don't know, find a job. Okay, so once you have the meat of the information, then later on, I think that's what I want to introduce. I'm actually a migration agent, so I've been working with so many education agencies, and then to be honest with you, they're not just like big companies. Wow, a lot, you know, terrified. They actually, a lot of them are real. They are sole traders. They are doing really well. I'm happy with that. And in my own time, I train them. Now, so as an education agent, you might have income. You definitely have income from university. They will, you know, provide you commission in order, you know, to start your work. And you have other income as well. Remember, in Australia, that you need to become a registered migration agent in order to give advice about visas. But if you operate outside Australia, there is no need to do so. You can give advice to students about visa options without registration. Legally, you can do it. And you can just talk to them. Look, I provide advice about this. So how are you going to provide advice if you don't know? Okay, so I just want to let you know, I'm in the position to provide trainings to education agents for them to be able to advise clients on visa options. I operate in Australia, so I'm a registered migration in Australia. I can also provide you trainings for UK visa because I'm a British citizen and I'm familiar with the system and visa. I've done my own. So real strength about this session, which I actually want to deliver more trainings to education agents, is that you're not just having a student in your database, in your computer. You have everything. You have that information for you to actually get additional income. The secret of massive student agencies or education agents is really about this, okay? And that is not hard to start. In next section, I'll help you to set up to have basic understanding covers about areas. Do you need a business name, office to operate? Do you need website? What kind of marketing tools you're going to use? But I would like to let you know it's actually you as a sole person, you can do it on your own. You don't need to work for anyone else. Student agents or education agent is really a opportunity for someone who want to start their own business. Thank you for today's section. Thank you for watching today's section. If you have any questions, drop me an email underneath. All right then, have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye bye.